Do you know anyone who made 1.5 billion won? In terms of annual salary, it's a huge amount of 500 million. Utilize multiplication and addition. When you have a small amount of assets as a formula for addition, we do our best to thoroughly increase seed money. At first, it's about your own consumption. I thoroughly save and collect them. This is the principle of addition. It provides your own success investment secret. It's summarized into 3 things. The first one had a success formula. Don Papa, author of The Speed of Wealth Financial Freedom. Don Papa. An ordinary person made an investment in 3 years. We pursue practical ways of increasing seed money. I'm just saving it and collecting it. You can never get rich. If you save 1 million won every month, 12 million won a year. Even in 10 years, it's 120 million. You can't be rich just by adding like this. You have to understand the next step, the principle of multiplication. You can definitely get rich, whether you know the principle of multiplication or not. I'm at a crossroads of getting rich. I'll save up a little bit of my salary and keep up with the inflation rate. It's hard to buy a house and reach financial freedom. Money makes money. Make sure to remember that. It's a small amount of money, but it's called dozens of times. If the money is dozens of times higher, it ends up thousands of times and tens of thousands of times. That's why I am working hard, but I'm not rich. Of course, there can be losses as you invest. But the rich always go through this process. So you shouldn't be satisfied with seed money. We need to take some of the money we've saved to the next level. You have to study thoroughly what to invest in. You have to study the flow of the world. The secret to predicting the future is to look at the past and present. We need to predict what areas will develop in the future. That way, you have to invest in a timely manner to increase your wealth. It's also a matter of deciding whether to invest in real estate. I'm interested in shopping malls, houses, and land. You don't have to do market research and invest directly. The station area is expensive, but why do people invest? Cheap places are often bad, etc. It's important to find out. It is also important to be interested in stocks. The whole direction of the country is bound to appear in the stock market. Identify the world's No.1 companies and promising companies. I need to know what's going on. It serves as the foundation for investing in high-quality stocks. When it comes to stock investment, Warren Buffett has to do with it. It is a genius for investment that makes good use of the power of welfare. There is a saying that money makes money. If you invest 1 million won and make 200 won. I invested 2 million won to reach 400 million won. 4 million won becomes 8 million won. Knowing and investing in this fact. It's at the crossroads of whether you're rich or not. There are cases where real estate investments have multiplied dozens of times. It is an application of the principle of representative multiplication. If I had saved and saved, I would never have. I wouldn't have made it to the ranks of the rich. Make sure to remember the principle of multiplication. Anyone who knows how important this principle is, it has decided to enjoy the economic freedom of the future. Second, the results of success were achieved with thorough preparation. You study the flow of money, you study newspapers. I gained wisdom through books. What do super ants have in common in stock investment? They are people who study constantly. You can learn from failure. Through books, we reduce trial and error. You can also find role models. Not all people who read a lot of books are successful. Every successful person is a steady reader of books. That's a lesson to not forget. I'm not 100% sure. We can increase the probability of success to 80, 90%. There was a village where woodcutters lived. One woodcutter was cutting down a tree. It took me a whole day. It was a woodcutter using an axe. The woodcutter in the next village doesn't use an axe. He was a woodcutter who did 10 trees a day. The tool was a woodcutter using a chainsaw. The woodcutter in the third village used a new method. I cut down 100 trees a day. It's using robots. If you don't learn from books or people. I work hard, but it's hard to succeed. If you learn from a successful book or person, efficiency and speed are much faster. With the opening of the smartphone era, in the AI era, automation and robots became commonplace. Self-driving cars, drones, ChatGPT, and other technologies. Living in a fast-changing world. I'm going to live in my familiar style. If you think and live, you will be culled in the times. You have to live with an appropriate sense of crisis. We need thorough preparation and wisdom to cope with this. The third is the container of execution. To achieve 10 things on my bucket list. I actually earned 1.5 billion in a short period of time. There is nothing risk-free about investing. Diversified investment is a real thing. It helps to execute. One of the principles of investment is don't put eggs in one basket. Everyone would know that. You may have heard of the high risk, high return. If there is no risk, there is no gain. There were people looking for gold veins in an abandoned mine. According to one person's research, I found that there must be gold, even though I dug for gold for a year. There is no crack. I gave up. The next year, I'm sure people around me are here. I was aware of the information with gold on it. No one tried it. And then one person tried to dig the ground. Gold veins were found when we started digging for another 10 meters. He tried again where he tried before. Eventually, I became very rich. Everyone is afraid of trying. If you don't try anything, you won't get anything. To sum up, we need to have a success formula. You need to be thoroughly prepared. Lastly, you have to try it courageously. This is what the Bible says. I found an extremely valuable pearl. Go and sell all your possessions. I'm buying that pearl. You pay for something more valuable. They say it's very wise to live. I wish you all the best in your life. If it helped, please subscribe, like, and set notifications. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.